Barlow Creations. If you're new to my channel and you're stopping by for the first time, thank you for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. Stick around a while by clicking that red button for more crafting on a budget, more everything on a budget videos to come. And if you click it again when the bell appears, YouTube should notify you every time I upload a new video, depending on the option that you choose in the drop-down menu of the bell. If you're interested in following me on social media, you can find those links, you guessed it, in the description box below. What have I got going on for you for today? Today I'm bringing to you a Dollar Tree DIY gift idea using non-Christmas Dollar Tree items. These are items that you can get at the Dollar Tree year-round that I would think that almost all Dollar Trees carry. I really wanted to bring a gift idea using items like that for those of you who really didn't get a lot of the Christmas items in, or maybe your Dollar Tree stopped stocking them already because it's just the beginning of December and you still wanted to DIY some gifts but you just didn't know what to do. I'm bringing to you such a fun gift idea today that is so rustic, so budget friendly, and the outcome is so stinking cute I can hardly stand it. And it's a gift that anybody would love to receive. So let me quit my gabbing, let's jump into it, and let me show you what I have in mind for today's Dollar Tree Christmas DIY gift idea on a budget.
Alrighty, getting started with today's Dollar Tree gift idea DIY. This is so stinking cute. You can use either one of these pieces by Crafter's Square. This wood crate you can find typically year-round, and I find that a lot of Dollar Trees carry these, or you can use the wooden drawers. And for this DIY, you can use both pieces, so it's a twofer. I'm changing up my color scheme, and so the paint that I will be using today is Waverly's chalk paint in the color of steel. I'm going to give both these pieces a good couple coats of these. Typically when painting these crates, the wood is very dry, so I find that even when using Waverly's chalk paint, it usually needs at least 2 coats because that wood really sucks up the paint. And so I'm going to give these crates and the drawers 2 or 3 coats of paint. I'm going to pop these in the oven at about 135 degrees because that's the lowest temperature my oven goes, and they're going to be dry in about 5-10 minutes. I'm also going to be adding some scrapbooking paper to this from this paper pack called Beautiful Day by Crafter's Square that you can find at Michael's. I love this one here, so this is the one I'm going to go with. I've cut a few pieces of this. This is hands down my favorite paper pack around. I've cut pieces that are big enough to cover the outside of the box. Now, I didn't write down the measurements for this, but it's pretty easy to measure out what size you need and just to kind of hand cut it. And so I've cut pieces that I'm just going to place in the center of all 4 sides of my drawers and the crate itself. And on the drawer part that has the cutout, I'm just going to go ahead and place my scrapbooking paper right over the cutout. Be none the wiser that it's even there. Now keep in mind, you don't need to buy a paper stack or a paper pack to do this. Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's has open stock scrapbooking paper that you can get 4 for $1. Well, it's 4 for $1 at Hobby Lobby, so that's where I like to go. So you can really get creative and make this your own and just really have fun with it. Since I've got these paper stacks, that's what I'm using because I don't want to spend any more money than I have to. I am going to distress these crates, and to do that I will be using some of Tim Holtz Distress ink in the color of Walnut Stain and a stiffer paintbrush to apply it. In the past couple videos, I've been asked by a few subscribers if there's an alternative way of distressing other than using the ink pads. I personally find that this is the easiest way for me. I've also found that using oil pastels is an easy way to distress as well. I don't have very good luck using paint. I can't get it to blend. I can't get it to shade properly. And that is just technique. And that's a technique that I don't yet know, or that I haven't yet mastered. But I have, however, mastered the technique of using an ink pad and a brush to distress. And I find that's the easiest way for me. I think that when DIYing, it really is about finding what works for you so you get the best outcome. And so with this, I'm just gonna distress the edges of the paper and the crate itself just to kind of age it. Give it that kind of toasted marshmallow look, if you will. I'm incorporating some of this decorative nautical rope that you can get from the Dollar Tree because I love this stuff. It is so rustic. Because the thickness of the rope was just a bit too thick, I unraveled it because there are 3 pieces that are twisted together, and I'm just gonna use 2 of the 3 pieces. I didn't like how thick and bulky it looked using all 3 pieces, but I still wanted to incorporate this rope, and so I found that just by unraveling it and using the 2 pieces, I was getting the thickness that I was happy with. So I'm gonna take the 2 pieces that are wound together, I'm gonna tie a knot on one end because I'm gonna make a handle for my crates, and I wanna make a handle on each side of the crate. And so I found a size that I was happy with, and you can see here what I've done with it. Then I'm just gonna take and place some hot glue on the knots themselves, and I'm gonna hot glue my handles to each side. Okay, so I'm gonna apologize ahead of time for those of you who don't wanna see this, but I had to show you that this is the gnarliest hot glue burn that I have ever gotten in the history of my DIYing. As I was gluing the knots on, Allie called my name, and I looked away to see what she wanted, and I was pressing the trigger, and as I pressed the trigger, the glue went right onto my finger. Oh my word, it hurt like nothing I have ever felt before when I had to peel the glue up off of this burn. I found that putting mustard on them ahead of time, that's a trick that Kayla taught me from In-N-Out, really helps take the sting out. And I also found that these clear waterproof Band-Aids by Nexicare really help because you can put them on and they're waterproof and they stay on your finger, and it really kind of protected my finger from the air and the burn. And so I had one of these on, I would say, for almost 8 weeks because this burn took forever to heal. And I will tell you, the one thing my doctor did tell me is not to pop the blister, to leave the fluid in there. As hard as it is, it was really hard for me to do because I really just wanted to stick a needle in there and pop it. But if you pop it, it will or can cause an infection. And so the doctor told me to fight the urge, don't pop it, and just to keep it covered, keep it clean. And so I found the best way to do that was using these Band-Aids, and it really was a lifesaver. When I burned my hand there on the oven, that one was pretty bad. I used these as well, but the one on the oven didn't blister because my skin actually stuck to the burner. But with this, it took about 7 weeks to heal, and I have no fingerprint left or feeling left on this finger any longer. Alrighty, let's move on and do some DIYing. For this next step, I picked up these milk jug bottles that I got from Michael's. They came in a 4-pack for $4. I loved them because they had the lid on them already. I've taken and traced the lid and cut out a piece of my decorative paper just to put on top because I didn't want to paint the top. I figured that just by kind of tying in some of the scrapbooking paper to the top, it'd be a good finishing touch. I'm also going to take some of the scrapbooking paper and place it along the neck of the bottle just to add more of a decorative feature, something other than twine. I thought about doing twine, but I'm already have incorporated the rope into this. And since this paper pack of mine has a belly belt sheet, I figured that I just cut out some of the strips and add them to the top here. I didn't show it, but I did distress the top of the lids as well. A couple of alternatives that you can use other than the bottles that I bought from Michael's would be these milk jug bottles from the Dollar Tree. Although these don't have a lid on them, you could very easily put some saran wrap over the top, then put some fabric and tie it on and really give it that homemade feel. Or if you're somebody who drinks Starbucks, these Frappuccino bottles are perfect, and you don't even have to paint the lid. Just put a piece of scrapbooking paper on top to cover up that Starbucks logo. Now we gotta fill these up with something, so let me show you what I'm gonna do. I thought it would be a fun way to gift either Alpine apple cider or Swiss Miss hot cocoa. How fun is that? You can get a 12 packet box of the Alpine apple cider at Walmart for $1.98. Now I will tell you, it did take all 12 packets to fill up one jar of the apple cider. When it came to the hot cocoa, it only took about 6 packs, but with the hot cocoa, I didn't want to fill it all the way up. I filled it right to about the point at the bottom of the neck here, because I wanted to fill it with more of the freeze-dried marshmallows. Now this is a gigantic bag that I got off of Amazon. I got it with the white and the colorful marshmallows. If you're interested in these, you can find the link in my Amazon store in the description box below. And so again, I thought it'd just be fun to add more of the marshmallows to the top of this. Look at how fun that is. This hot cocoa looks amazing. It just looks so fun. And this hot apple cider, such a fun way to gift these items. Budget friendly too. Okay, enough with the cuteness, or not. Let's get to putting this together. For the crates, before I put the jars in, I wanted to add some of this decorative paper shred that you can get at the Dollar Tree. I am going with the brown because I am a brown rustic person. Again, get creative, make this your own, but I thought this brown would go perfect. I didn't want to use a white because it was going to be too stark, and so I thought that this was perfect. I'm going to add a bit to the bottom just to fill in some of that empty space, that open space. Then I'm just going to simply put my jars in. For this crate, 2 of the jars fit perfectly, so I thought it would be fun to gift one of each, the hot cocoa and the hot apple cider. Okay, wait a minute. Did I mention how stinking fun are these? These are so cute. I can hardly stand it. To finish these off, I did take more of the scrapbooking paper, and there was a page that had these little tag looking circles on them, so I just freehand cut them out. And to give them a more finished look, I used some of Dollar Tree's foam tape. This is a puffy tape that kind of elevates things, and so I went ahead and put some on the back of the pieces that I cut out. And to mat them or frame them, I went ahead and added them to a dark brown cardstock just because I wanted to dress it up a bit. I think it gives it more of a finished look. And I went ahead and cut out around them in a circular motion. Did I say that right? Circular. That is a word I have trouble saying. My tongue just doesn't want to say it. But I went ahead and cut around it because I didn't like the boxed square look. And so again, we're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for that homemade, handmade feel. And with hot cocoa, I feel like you can get away with an imperfect, perfect DIY. And these cute little tags here, I'm gonna put right on the front of the bottles. And there you have a budget-friendly, stinking adorable way to gift hot cocoa, hot apple cider, using these crates from the Dollar Tree and the milk jugs from the Dollar Tree, or your Frappuccino bottle, or Michael's if your Michael's is still open. Now let me show you what I did with the drawers. This is the shell of the drawer, the outside of the drawer. I did make the rope a bit longer. Now if you want to use a bit of a better hot cocoa because you are gifting this to somebody who maybe likes Starbucks, you can find these cans at Walmart for about $5 a piece. You could even put coffee in these jugs if you wanted to. When you open up the cans, the hot cocoa actually comes in a pouch. And so I went ahead and filled these up with the Starbucks hot cocoa, and I used my colored freeze-dried marshmallows and the white ones. And for these, you can actually fit 1 bottle in each. And so yeah, the smaller one is gonna have a bit of a tighter fit, but it still worked. And again, I'm just gonna fill in that empty space with the shredded paper because I feel like it really just adds to it. I feel like it looks too empty without it. And so, yeah, I just like the look of it. If you don't have to do it, but I really do think that it kind of finishes it off nicely. Now with these, I went a bit different for the tag because I thought these would be fun if I added a tag that I could actually write to and from on. And so here you have it, my DIY, budget-friendly Dollar Tree gift idea using these crates, milk jugs, rope. I'd say that this could be 100% Dollar Tree DIY, and this gift idea is going to cost you under $5, and I think it is such a fun way to gift these items. I know I sound like a broken record, but I think right now we're all looking for a budget-friendly way to gift and give this year, and I think that this is one of the ways you can do that.
How rustic and fun are these hot cocoa crates? It doesn't get any cuter than that, and what a fun way to gift hot cocoa. Hot cocoa, hands down, is one of my favorite things to gift around Christmas time, around this time of year, because who doesn't love hot cocoa? Who doesn't love to receive hot cocoa as a gift? And when you gift it like this, anybody's gonna love to receive it and think that it's so stinking cute. I hope you all enjoyed today's Dollar Tree DIY Christmas gift idea using hot cocoa, these milk jugs, these crates, and some rope. I love it. All the things I love. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and let's get this video to, you guessed it, 5,000 likes, because like I always say, each and every one of your thumbs up and those comments that you do leave down below, they really do help my channel to grow, and it helps YouTube to notice me just a bit more. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy crafting on a budget. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, stay positive.